Our next honoree comes from the business side of media, which can be as viciously competitive as the creative side. He is, however, proof that nice people actually finish first. Jim Gallagher.
People make all the difference in one's life. People certainly did in mine. I was blessed with loving parents who adopted me and my sister Bonnie as babies. I had an amazing family of aunts and uncles and cousins and grandmothers who loved and nurtured me. At Upper Moreland High Schools, I had teachers who encouraged my participation in the media program and planted the seeds that led me to advertising. At Temple University, professors who came from the broadcast and advertising business made a profound impact on my life. Folks like John Roberts, Bob Bradley, and Bob McGrady. Frank Took, a Westinghouse TV executive, took photos of every student so we could memorize their names and stay in touch after graduation. He told us when he managed KYW-TV, he used to stand out in front of the station and talk to people walking by. Understanding your audience was more important than managing from a fancy office. Howard Rice, a life-changing professor, became a life-changing friend. Years after graduating, Howard would invite me as a young account executive from WCAU-TV to speak to his class in advertising about sales. 30 years and 60 consecutive semesters later, I would give my last lecture as a retired VP GM of Comcast Spotlight. Alan Murphy, my first boss at WZZD-AM, Wizard 100, led with honesty and integrity at a station with no ratings. He became an instant positive influence in my life. Colleagues I worked with made such an impact on my life too. Folks like Jim Brown, Tom Wise, Ted City, Diane Florick, and so many more who earned my trust and respect with their hard work, creativity, and humor. John Iannuzzi, our first KYW-TV intern, a Howard Rice student, became an AE and eventually manager with me at Channel 3 and Comcast Spotlight. Many clients also influenced my life by showing up with such genuine professionalism and care. Folks like Bert Chapman, Strawbridge and Clothier, Joanne Harmlin, Harmlin Media, and many, many more. And of course, the best boss a guy could have for the last boss was Dave Kelly, also a Temple grad. He taught us mindful collaboration, which he lived by example every day. That brings us to today and this honor. As an intern with Lew Klein as my sponsoring professor, I worked at a Philadelphia TV station in my senior year. At PHL 17, I worked with Chris Lamoureux, a top-earning salesperson at a bottom-rated station. Chris was a family man who exemplified honesty, integrity, and hard work. Without Lew Klein and his love for pairing students up with industry greats like Chris, my first foot-in-the-door opportunity never would have happened. Of course, having a great life partner since junior high school, now my husband, John Ryan, also a Temple RTF grad, is a life blessing of unparalleled proportion. People make all the difference in one's life. My hope today is that we all recognize the power we have on each other to change lives. The person whom we offer the smallest kindness to, the person we influence or teach with a shared experience, the person we tell how much they matter or that we care, can be changed for the good, for the better. I was. Thank you, Temple University. Thank you, Lew Klein. Thank you, everyone.